Hey, it's Michelle Butt, and it's time for another Fun Fact Friday. And today I'm answering a question that I get quite a bit. People ask me about faces and money. So, are there faces or archetypes that are better with money, that might attract money more? Well, you know what? That is a loaded question, and I will give you a couple of tips. So, each archetype will have their own relationship with money and finances, and some have healthier potential relationships than others. So, it depends on how strong you are in an archetype, as well as influences from your childhood. But really, each archetype has an innate way of looking at finances or long-term planning or longevity, which is kind of the connection to Chinese medicine where some of the facial intelligence work originated. So if your face said that you would live long or have a good life, then they connected that with finances potentially. And we make that connection now in certain ways with modern day facial intelligence, but for different reasons. So back then it was more very superstitious, and now there's some more nuances to it and some personality things that come into play. So for example, royal archetype people usually are very good with finances. They're good with money, and in an in-balance, healthy royal archetype person, which means, and part of that is because royals, especially royals with nice prominent noses, they look at every detail. They're very detail-oriented people. So if you're very detail-oriented, it would stand to reason that you're very aware of everything in your world, especially your finances. So that gives you an affinity for them. If you have a strong nose that tends to just go over the tip, falls over the fulcrum, then you can be then you're someone who might be more shrewd. So lots more discerning in your decisions and the way that you look at things, and a little bit more skeptical and shrewd in nature. So again, making choices that might potentially be more financially sound than an impulsive captivator, for instance. As well, royals have this very innate intuition about things. They can feel things out, especially environmentally. So I had a really royal client the other day who was talking about a job that they had, and they would go over the books and say, oh, there's a mistake right there. And people would be like, how do you know? How did you see that? And he said, I just felt it. I could feel where the mistake was. And so because of this innate intuition that they have, especially around their environment, it's easy for them to get a feel for things, and that can potentially be financial. So if an investment comes up and it feels good, they have an intuition about things. So that's the royal and money for today. And potentially, if you like this and you want to hear more about finances and archetypes, then let me know somehow. Give me a comment or send me a message, and we can do more, because there's always another Fun Fact Friday next week, and we can talk about anything that you would like or whatever comes to mind for me. So until next Friday, have a great weekend, and I will see you next Friday.